Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're looking at some very mild conditions outside this morning with a 63-degree air temperature and a dew point boom to match. With calm winds outside and 100% relative humidity, that is a recipe for fog. And fog is dense in some locations this morning. So just allow yourself some extra time in case you come up on one of these fog banks that will limit your visibility to a quarter mile or less. Dense fog advisories up, especially along coastal areas. 64 degrees in Myakka, Wauchula at 63, Arcadia at 65, 64, Parrish, Bradenton, 63, Sarasota, 65 in Venice, Longboat Key, Inglewood, Northport, 62 degrees in Punta Gorda. Around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor is where the fog is thickest. Also along the coastal regions, the fog is pretty thick. Inland, so far so good. Looking at some of the webcams and some of the FDOT cameras, I think we're better shape this morning than we were yesterday morning. Though, as I mentioned, fog very thick along the immediate coastline. No rain yet today, and I don't expect to see any today. I think tomorrow, this line of showers associated with a very weak and weakening cold front will gradually drift closer to us, bringing us a chance of some morning drive time showers around 6 a.m. or so. High pressure back behind it, providing most of the country with quiet conditions this morning, but it's cold conditions. It's a cold front sinking southward with our high pressure ridge in place. The high pressure ridge will give way to this front as it sinks southward, and tomorrow we'll see a wind shift from the more westerly winds that we have had, creating that sea fog problem and taking some of the sea fog and pushing it into the coastline, and replace that with a more northerly wind, northeasterly wind even. And with that little easterly component to the wind, kind of pushing sea fog back out to sea, I don't think we're going to have a big problem with fog tomorrow morning. May get a little sprinkle, may get a little passing shower. That's a possibility in the morning. But otherwise, we'll just enjoy high pressure building in and bringing us a few days of slightly cooler weather and certainly less humid weather, removing the fog issue for several days as we end up the work week. Fog today, then sun cloud mix, dry skies, no rain anticipated, and then we wait for that front tomorrow. Those are your weather highlights. Look at these cold temperatures across the nation. Minneapolis at 8, Chicago at 6, got 18 degrees in Cleveland. That'll be the temperature in New York City by the time we get to Friday. Right now they're enjoying some warmer temperatures, I guess, 37 degrees, 38 degrees, Washington and Boston, but that will change as that colder air slides eastward. I say slides eastward because it's not really dropping south, not diving south. That's why with this cold front, we won't see a cold blast of air, just a reduction in our humidity and a little bit of a temperature drop by 3 or 4 degrees. A lot of sunshine after the fog burns off this morning, but you can see on the imagery a little bit of cloud cover lingering along the immediate coastline a little bit longer this morning than it would in inland areas. Watch this frontal boundary sink south, kind of falling apart as it does so. We get only a slight chance at a sprinkle or a passing shower before everything clears out, and we are left with an absolutely spectacular Friday and Saturday. No doubt about it. South wind coming in, southwest wind coming in at about 5 knots, shifting to the west and then eventually to the north and picking up in speed a little bit. That increase in speed with the winds tomorrow morning also aiding in removing the fog. Look for a 75 as a daytime high tomorrow. Friday coming in at about 76, nice. And then over the weekend, slight chances of showers as temperatures warm by Sunday.